What's up, Bolt Ups Nation? Turbo here, coming to you from the 2015 SEMA Show in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's day 2. We started off with a little bit of rain, but it's shaping up to be a fantastic day. But before we get started, back in April, the good guys Del Mar Nationals Car Show in Del Mar, California, we did a small piece that you might have seen on boltups.com about HeavenBound, a 1966 Chevy C10 owned by Yancey Taylor. We found his story so compelling, we thought it deserved a second look, and we'd like to share that with you now.
He didn't have a full seat in it, so I had a 5-gallon bucket that I would sit on, and I could look over the dash. That was my seat at the time, was that 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah, I could remember back when I basically bought the truck, bought it from a guy down the road, paid him $600 for it. I didn't even have the seat in it. I took the seat out.
Yep.
So I sat on a bucket, drove it back and forth to work, and then, like I said, he'd hear me coming down the dirt road.
It was a hill, so when he'd come over that hill, I could hear him before he would ever come over that hill. So when he topped that hill, I'd usually see, he'd get on it right around the top of that hill for some reason, and there would be a whole dust going everywhere. And I, no matter where I was on the farm, I'd start running where I could go up there and meet him as he would come down and come into the driveway.
I said, all right, well, you getting old enough now to start driving the truck. Come on, get in. And I'd let him get in, sit between my lap. You know how the little kids want to do. I'd let him hold the steering wheel and say, all right, you hold the steering wheel now. He was a little arm too short to reach the gear shift. I'd mash the clutch and change the gears, and he'd steer it down the road.
What I remember a lot though, you know, as I started getting a little older, I'd always be asking my dad, you know, hey, when I get a little older, am I going to be able to buy the truck? Am I going to be able to drive the truck to and from, you know, high school? And he'd always tell me, we'll see, we'll see.
I said, you got to be good in school. I said, you make any bad grades, you're not going to get the truck. He finally got to 16, and I stood to my promise. He finally got his driver's license, and I started letting him drive the truck back forth to school, go to work in the afternoons and do his thing, then come home and help with chores in the afternoon.
As I got ready to graduate from high school, I had looked at going off to college, but financially we weren't going to be able to do that, and so I started to look to go into the service. And my one grandfather, he was in the Seabees in the Navy. My other grandfather, he was in the Pearl Harbor submarines. And then my dad, he was in the Air Force during Vietnam. So I figured, you know, nobody else has gone to the Marine Corps. So I was like, you know something, let me go to the Marine Corps.
So he went down to the Marine Corps station, and next thing I knew, he was like me. He was gone.
Ended up getting out of the Marine Corps, moved off to LA. Tried to survive in LA, but couldn't make it on the price of living. So I ended up coming out to Las Vegas and ended up falling into my career, which I'm in now, and I've been doing that now for 18 years.
After he got here in Vegas, he gave me a call and said, Dad, I'd like to have my old truck, and any way you can get it ready to go on a trailer. I said, all right, you let me know about what time he's gonna be there. And I told my wife, I said, the man's gonna call you this morning or whenever to let you know he's gonna be up there. So that afternoon when I got home, she told me that he loaded the truck on the trailer and proceeded towards Las Vegas with it. I said, all right.
Yeah. Yep, I remember when he pulled up to my house here in Las Vegas, and he went on to tell me how it was only a 3-car hauler, and my truck was in the very center. And if I remember correctly, there was a Jaguar on the front and a Hummer on the back. And he said, let me tell you something. Every gas station I stopped at between Georgia and Las Vegas, everybody was asking, is that truck for sale? Nobody asked about the Jaguar or the Hummer. They were asking all about that old truck. Yeah.
He called me and said, I think I'm gonna make a show truck out of this truck.
I want to make this a true show truck, because there's show trucks and then there's show trucks. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
I started taking it apart, and I did a total frame-off restore. And once I got all that Georgia red clay out of it, had to take it to go get media blasted. And I just started working on it.
You started all over.
And
yeah.
It's been a slow 8-9 year process that I've been working on it. But yeah, it's been a lot. It's been good though.
That's gonna he's got it this stage. I haven't seen it yet. I'm real excited, and I better have a box of hankies or handkerchief with me, because I'm probably gonna cry.
Yep, and all this is going to take place tomorrow morning at the Bolt-Ups booth, and for them to give us the opportunity to be in SEMA and then be able to have my dad be a part of it. I couldn't think of a better way for him to see it tomorrow morning. You know, I've been waiting for this moment for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ever since I had that truck loaded up in Georgia and brought out to Vegas. Bolt-Ups has really given me the opportunity to be able to have you see it for the very first time, and I'm so excited about you seeing it tomorrow morning.
Me too.
Yeah. So.
Me too.
Yeah.
About to see the truck for the first time.
Amen. In how many years?
About 15, 16. Yeah. Beautiful truck, buddy. Beautiful truck. Been a long time, ain't it?
And James, I got to tell you right now, that was a very, very emotional moment and very touching moment for all of us to witness. Tell me, after seeing the truck for the first time and after 16 years, what were you feeling? What were you thinking?
Oh man, when I walked up and seen it, and I couldn't believe my eyes. It was so breathtaking. I mean, there's no other words to explain how it touched my heart. I broke down and shed some tears for a long time. Yeah.
I'm sure it's definitely a very touching moment for you. And Yancey, seeing your dad see the vehicle for the first time, what was going through your mind?
You know, I just had to stand back and just let him take it all in. You know, pictures are one thing, even talking about it is one thing, but I just decided to stand back and let him take it all in, walk around, see it for what it is now compared to what he remembered of me being with him at one time before he gave me the truck. So I just wanted to give him a little bit of time, you know, to really just walk around and see it for what it is right now. So I know I had my memories going on while I was watching him go around the truck itself. So I was just very excited for him to finally be able to see it in person.
You know, it's definitely a special moment when you guys have a bond like you both do as father and son, and having memories with such an amazing truck and being in the family as long as it has. And, you know, on behalf of myself and Bolt-Ups and the Bolt-Ups Nation, we want to say thank you guys very much for sharing your story, being a part of our family now as well, and we look forward to many, many years to come. Thank you guys again very much. James, pleasure to meet you, sir. All right, you guys, this is Turbo coming from the SEMA Show 2015 in Las Vegas, Nevada. We have more coverage to come.